Chris Brown sitting alongside Tyrell Shavers, Bill's wide receiver, joining us in studio. And I guess the first thing we should mention here, Shaves, as they call you, is that okay? Obviously we know where the nickname comes from. Have you ever had another nickname besides Shaves, like throughout your football career?
Growing up, Rel.
Okay.
Rel was my nickname from everybody in my family. And then
okay, so that's your family nickname.
Close friends, yeah. Everybody. Ty, Shaves, pretty common.
Okay,
yeah.
But Shaves is kind of the overriding one.
Yeah,
here in this locker
Shaves
room, right?
is running it right now.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, why don't you walk me through last weekend's game? Because as you told us in the post-game interview, like your role changed because the lineup changed there in like the 11th hour of the week.
Yeah.
So I'm not asking you for specifics. What I want to know is, give me a percentage on how much of your game day responsibilities on offense got shifted at the end of the week, that you had to make this shift on the fly and then get ready to execute. What would you say the percentage was of change in your responsibilities within the game plan?
Usually around like 50%.
About half of it changed.
No, that's like typically in the lineup, when I'm in the lineup, no changes.
Okay.
It's about like 50%. When we made the changes, it went up to about 75.
Woo!
Yeah, so I had to jump in the playbook, do a couple extra walkthroughs after, just to make sure I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, so you're talking like 4 or 5 extra study hours? Like, what are we talking about? Like
2, 3. So we figured out the changes Friday, so I did 3 extra hours after we finished up on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday, I did 2 walkthroughs and another 2 hours just to make sure I knew I was
So by
doing.
the time you got the kickoff, you felt straight.
Yeah, I was good, ready to go.
And obviously the results spoke for themselves.
Yeah.
But I thought it was funny, in the post game, somebody asked Josh about, the play when he throws you the 43-yarder. And Josh, almost with half a smirk on his face, said, yeah, I dropped back. My first read was open. I should have thrown it to him. My second read was open. I should have thrown it to him. But he wanted more, and that's like, he's so competitive. He wants more on every play, and it paid off. How did you, because you're not looking back at him, you're trying to carry your route, and then maybe you peek if the play's still going, and then bang, it's scramble rules.
Yeah.
So how did you kind of process that whole play, knowing Josh, once you found out Josh is still running around and doing stuff in the backfield?
Yeah, so I broke out, quick out route, and as soon as I turned, I saw Josh run the opposite way, and I saw him run the opposite way. I turned right upfield because I was going to go across the field. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I started going across, like it was a slight path, but he started coming back. And I'm like, I'm standing right here. There's nobody over here. Yeah, there's nobody over here at all. So I just stood over there. I threw a little hand up just in case he didn't see me, but he definitely did. We locked eyes, and he let it fly.
Yeah, he ripped it. And I mentioned this on the broadcast because you made the catch look easy, but that is not one of the easier catches to make. A ball descending quickly, and you've got to backhand it with both hands and bend while running at the same. Like, just maybe walk me through. That's not an easy catch. You made it look easy, but that's not an easy catch to make because you're not usually making those, right?
Yeah, no, definitely was a difficult catch, especially with the wind. It was like 15 miles an hour wind, so it was coming in the air. It was like a typical go ball, but as soon as it got about like 10, 15 yards from me, it just dove.
Dropped.
It like fell out of the sky, and I had to make an adjustment. And I was just making sure that I tracked the ball all the way in, so I could make the catch.
How refreshing was it as a group to see the passing game operate, execute, function, and produce the way you guys know it can after a frustrating week the week before? How I guess, what's the emotion that you feel? Are you relieved, or are you emboldened and you're like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to look? Like, what are the feelings and emotions when you guys hit on just about everything you want to hit on?
I think it's kind of what you said, refreshing. We know we have the talent in the room.
Yeah.
We know we have the skill in the room. We just haven't been doing what we need to do to get the results that we're looking for. So we just have to tweak a couple things, fix a couple things. It's not like we changed the whole playbook or anything. It was the little things, the real small things that we had to lock in on, and that's why we had success.
And then Gabe gets reincorporated. You've been around long enough to have been his teammate the first time.
Yeah.
What was it like just having him back? Because I know this is a locker room that welcomes anybody that walks in with open arms, but this is a little bit different because a lot of the guys know him. And I know he had 3 catches for 40 yards, but even blocking in the run game and everything else, every little thing he did, it seemed like a lot of you guys were very quick, dap him up, tap him on the helmet. It's almost like welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Like, why was that important, do you think, for the balance of the roster to just kind of lift him up when he did something? I mean, he's a veteran player. He knows how to play. He knows this offense to a certain extent. Why the need did you guys feel to kind of prop him up a little bit in his first game back?
We love Gabe.
Yeah,
we're a family here. Gabe has been here. He's made so many plays here in this uniform. But Gabe is a Bills legend, so we just wanted to make sure that he felt welcome back at home. He's going to continue to make some plays. Gabe is a great player, and we just wanted to make sure that he was comfortable. He felt right where he needed to be. He felt good. He's been through a lot in the past.
I know,
year,
long rehab,
a lot, and I'm proud of him for everything he's been through to continue fighting. And we just got to keep being there for him.
Okay, challenges of a short week. You guys already went through this once in week 3 with the Thursday night game. I imagine the bodies feel a little bit different in week 12 than they do in week 3. So how much more dedicated are you to getting off of your feet? Because I would tend to believe the number one priority on short weeks is getting the body the necessary rest.
Yeah, it's a point of emphasis. Making sure I know what I'm doing is 1, and 2, making sure my body is feeling good. That's the main things I need to do for myself to have success into game day. So just making sure I'm doing extra recovery. We have a short week, time is limited, so I got to do things outside the building too. Just making sure I'm staying on top of it.
Yeah, because I know I'll see you here on Mondays after games, and you're getting your laps in for extra conditioning. This is not the week for that, right?
No, I got my laps in yesterday.
You did still do the Okay.
Well, no,
what are you just trying to get the lactic acid out?
Yeah, just get the body moving around, get it flowing, to really feel where I am hurting, so I can focus on it during the week.
Oh, I got it. Okay, that makes sense. All right, time now for this week's Timbits Timeout, as player interview appearances on One Bills Live are presented by Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons, the official coffee of the Buffalo Bills. And we have fans ask the Bills players a unique question. This one comes from Saber this week, who says, what receiver or receivers did you try to model your game after, and who has been your biggest inspiration / mentor as you've kind of matriculated your way through this roster, practice squad to active roster, to making plays on Sundays?
First and foremost, my dad, from a young age. He played in the league a couple years back in the day. But from a young age, I remember being 4 years old. He would take me to the field, our high school field, and we'll catch a mini football. And he's just showing me how to catch with my hands. He's like, you cannot catch with your body. Obviously you can, but it's better to catch with your hands. You can do more things, especially once you get the ball and you catch it. You can tuck it, make a move, and things like that.
So that was lesson 1. And
just learning how to use my hands, learning how to actually be a receiver, because he was a receiver too. So then just being physical too, because he knew I was going to be this big. But I didn't.
Is he as tall as you?
He's 6'2" and a half.
Oh,
he might be mad at that half, but yeah.
You got him.
Yeah. He's way more than me though. He's probably 240.
Oh, he's thicker.
He got some muscle. Yeah.
Okay. But that's cool. Anybody else, or when you were a young kid, did you like watching any receivers that kind of caught your eye and you said, "Ooh, I like his game"?
There was 3 of them. Obviously Julio Jones.
Okay.
He went to Alabama. I went to Alabama too. So even just watching him come up, and his explosiveness was crazy. And then Calvin Johnson, his dominance was insane. They got 2 people covering him like he's a gunner. So and he would still go out there and dominate. And then lastly, AJ Green.
Okay.
Cincinnati. I felt like my body type was closest to his and my game, so that just watching him, the way we play receiver, the way we run routes, was one guy I really liked too.
Just made sense to do that. Yeah. When you get a chance, go look up Calvin Johnson's vertical at the combine.
It's insane.
Your eyes might pop out of your head. It's not. It's alien-like. I'll just say that. It's not right for a man that tall to be able to jump that high too. It's just not even fair. Yeah. Tyrell, thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Stay healthy, and good luck on Thursday night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that's Tyrell Shavers joining us here on One Bills Live.